to not to get the students as a mandatory subject, but we're not trying to make them do these traineeships, but to encourage them to do that. So the students who are in this program, they do it because it's something they can do to practice the translation, to practice their academic field, so they are feeling more useful in that kind of sense. And then they do so because of they want to do so for a philanthropic motive, like that. And they don't want to. They want to translate for an NGO or something that could be better or so on than a commercial translation, something like that. And then because they are interested in the topics they're translating, so they're translating. So
most students are very motivated.
Yeah.
Work with NGOs. It's one of their first choices, maybe. So again, as Carlos said, we're going to talk about that later. It's the question of volunteering.
Yeah.
And we've talked about volunteering before. I mean, you do try to give, for instance, translations to people who just do it for free because they volunteer. And I was a volunteer for one of the NGOs that we work with now. So it's important. It's important that we do encourage volunteering with NGOs and with organizations, but this is an individual choice. Personal choice.
It's them who apply
for that.
It's them who apply for the traineeships. So we just publish the traineeships we have, and then they apply for them, and it's them who are coming to us to say, hey, I want to be a volunteer. We just can encourage them to do so, but not to oblige them. Yes, you have to do this subject. No.
They have a range of different choices. For different options. They can, for instance, last week we actually launched the first applications, so they can apply to work with the UN, with ACAF and Umoja, two of the NGOs, with what else? There's a translation company in Barcelona as well. You can go there, and it's their choice, and students choose what they prefer. We encourage volunteering, but we don't impose that. Volunteering is volunteering. They are volunteers. And again, this is I volunteered for this NGO in 2002, I think. And that's when they started, and they're becoming bigger and bigger now. And they started working in Afghanistan. Now they also work in some African countries like Senegal, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria. So I was the only translator at the beginning of it. I volunteered. I was a crisis at that moment. I didn't know whether I wanted to continue in university or I wanted to finish my thesis. I wanted to go to Bosnia, to wherever. And I saw this opportunity on the internet. There are these, I suppose you have this almost everywhere, these websites where you can say, I want to volunteer for an NGO and these are my skills. And the NGOs register there and they put their information and say, we want these people. Some of them are paid, some aren't paid. So this organization contacted me and I started working with them. As it grew and as the translation needs grew as well, I became, and I was in charge of the traineeships at the University of Salamanca, my faculty of translation. So I suggested, why don't we work with students, because I can't translate everything, obviously. And now, as they are becoming more important, what we are, and we were talking about later, we are asking this organization to include us in their budgets, or to include us in their application for funds. They can say, okay, we need to translate loads of documents, or we need to translate our websites. Actually, I build their websites and I do the localization, and my localization students in the final year do project management and localization of these websites into Spanish, Catalan. It's funny that in Salamanca sometimes translate Catalan for them. We do localize it, French and English, through our Erasmus students or exchange students. So we don't normally translate into English the content, but we have our Erasmus students working in our system with coordinators from our faculty, and we translate the website information. As we are becoming important, they are becoming important, and they pressure us sometimes to say, hey, we are becoming a bit professional with you. I think you need to consider including us as well in your budget. And they're trying to get money for that as well. And there are different options we have for being paid by NGOs, and Carlos is going to talk to you about that later.
Yeah. Now, more discussion.
Well, any comments you have about these topics, or we move on because we late?
Are you working with any agencies, any translation agencies?
Yeah. Yeah, some in Barcelona, some in Madrid.
And what role do they have with either providing training or
Brussels as well. Yeah,
or
they
donating or
who was in Eurologos, yeah, in Brussels. But they are trained. I think you are trained beginning a little bit with the use of some tools. Some of them, yeah. And then, well, they do normal translation stuff in some of the companies. Translation, proofreading.
So the companies volunteer themselves, or?
No, they get paid.
Okay.
I mean, it's not professional pay at a level, but they get paid for that.
No, I just wanted to, could you summarize really quickly what role agencies, translation agencies could have in a process like this?
Translation companies in the process. Well, we offer different choices, different options for students, and one of them is going to a translation company and working normally inside in their headquarters. They get paid.
But to do commercial work, not to do particularly NGO?
Yeah, no, it's not. No. It is in the same system because students can choose what to do. So they can choose a translation company. But one of our main focuses with NGO, but it's all in the same system.
And do you accept interpreters or translators to work with you? I mean, not specifically students. Let's say I am interested in working with you with your association. I'm not a student, but
my association.
no association. Your
the NGO.
Yeah.
Help. Yeah.
In general.
Not non-translators doing translation.
No. Trained translators or trained interpreters working for your NGO. I mean, not from the University of Salamanca. This is only for students from the University of Salamanca.
And exchange students. We have we have this agreement with Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona, and they do the translation, but they don't do the localization. We try to get them to do the localization, but then we have to get them into our system. Advanced, we call it advanced traineeship system. They do translate it into Catalan, but then we have to localize it into the website. We try them to use tools, and we try them to use the same tools as we do, so that we can just give them the files, they localize it, and then we publish it. But we're happy to work with other universities.
It has to be as part of universities. I mean, not as freelance translators and interpreters who want to donate their time.
Well, this is. I mean, I think you can. I can ask the NGO if that NGO wants to help. Wants your help, but maybe this is just for our students. This is what we do. This is our task. Training our students, and at the same time, if we can, help society and helping NGOs. But this is just training for our students. Okay. Any other?
I think this question is for the work for the NGOs. I think. Yeah, this question is for the work for the NGOs. So, if you have anything to add or something you want to
Comments?
Okay, great. So these traineeships are an ideal scenario for our students, because NGOs and how they work, they can offer some things to our students. So, for example, they can interact directly with the organization, and by doing so, they get knowledge and negotiate with the organizations about their needs. So they